Did the Rolling Stones reach their all-time on-stage peak live on stage in Brussels at the Forest National Arena on Wednesday the 17th of October 1973, going on to record the live album Brussels Affair? Hey, welcome to Classic Rock Cave. Brussels Affair is like rolled gold, Mick Taylor's second last show as a full-time band member. The Stones were completing their 42-day tour of Europe. The band sounded tight, unhinged, and brilliant. Never have they sounded this good again, or have they? Here are 10 reasons why I feel that the Stones were at their best on Brussels Affair. Number 1. The Rolling Stones Mark II. The Stones Mark II band started in July '69 when Mick Taylor replaced Brian Jones. They went on to record 3 more albums, Sticky Fingers, Exile on Main Street, and Goat's Head Soup, and were at the end of their 6th tour together. The band had developed a chemistry since '69 and were at their peak. Number 2, Keith Richards. Keith Richards' rhythm guitar drives the band like a spitfire in the night in the right-hand speaker. This for me is Keith at his best, and most definitely his best guitar sound ever. Number 3, Mick Taylor. I feel that Mick Taylor could stand up to any guitarist in '73, whether it be Clapton, Jimmy Page. He had his own melodic style and tone. Mick Taylor plays more freely on Brussels Affair, has more space to improvise, and has more features. He made the Stones a better band. Sadly, this was his second last show. Number 4, Bill Wyman. Listening to Brussels Affair makes me realize why all Stones albums since the departure of Bill do not have the swing or depth to the sound. No offense to Darryl Jones, a wonderful player, but Bill Wyman added a dimension to the Stones that can never be equaled. Number 5, Mick Jagger. Brussels, in my opinion, is Jagger's best vocal performance ever. The recording sounds real live, whereas Get Your Yayas Out vocal sounds too perfect for a live recording. Love You Live suffered as Jagger decided to change his phrasing to a more mumbled style of singing. Since the Stones came back in '89 till now, I feel that Jagger has lost a bottom end to his voice. In '73, he was at his peak as a rock vocalist. Number 6, Billy Preston adds a dimension to the recording that the Stones have never achieved again, and that is the Hammond organ. The organ solo on Angie. The Stones toured again with Preston in '75 and '76, but mostly featured Preston on piano. The Hammond sound gives the band a rock edge. Number 7, the Setlist. The Setlist for Brussels is not a nostalgic romp as in a lot of Stones live albums. It only features songs from '68 to '73. That is 4 songs from Goat's Head Soup, 4 songs from Exile on Main Street, 1 song from Sticky Fingers, 4 songs from the Let It Bleed era, and 2 songs from the Beggar's Banquet era. The golden run of the Rolling Stones started with the recording of Jumpin' Jack Flash in 1968 and ended with the recording of Goat's Head Soup in 1973, and that's what gives Brussels the edge, is that all the songs on this live album are from the golden run of the Rolling Stones. Number 8, Charlie Watts. Charlie is known as a groove drummer who can swing the beat, but on Brussels, he rocks. This is Charlie on steroids. The drum sound is amazingly good for a bootleg recording with no overdubs. The overall sound quality of Brussels is a 10 out of 10. Number 9, not just a cover band. The magic of this album is that the Stones are not just a cover band of their own studio recordings. There's improvisation on songs like Can't Always Get What You Want and Midnight Rambler. Different arrangements to songs like Angie. Street Fighting Man is the Stones at their most heavy, just letting rip on songs like Rocks Off. Number 10, the brass section. Bobby Keys had been fired earlier on the tour for not pitching to a gig, and features Trevor Lawrence on saxophone and Steve Maddeo on trumpet. The Stones decided not to tour with brass on their 75, 76 and 78 tours. But Trevor Lawrence brings a depth to the sound with his saxophone solos. Why the Stones have never released Brussels Affair as a standalone album remains a mystery. Except for digital download in 2011 and part of a lavish box set in 2020, the only answer I can think of is that it would make every live album they have released since 1980 sound inferior. Thanks for listening to Classic Rock Cave. Let me know what you think. Stay safe and cheers for now.